They only call you when they need you. Don't let them fool you or mislead you. That ain't your dog, them ain't your people. Don't think it's love, that's just deceitful. They only call you when they need you. Don't let them fool you or mislead you. That ain't your dog, them ain't your people. Don't think it's love, that's just deceitful, yeah. They might show you love, but it ain't gonna be too much. That's why I don't fuck with them, it's nobody but us. I slid a niggas told on me, that's how I lost my trust. And I still decide to ride, would never leave mines on stuck. I'm cut from a different cloth, had to keep it real without getting tall. Find your way in the streets without getting lost. Had to pay all these dues, don't forget what it cost. And most of the people I lost, supposed to be my dog, supposed to be my friend, family. Turning their back on me, got me like a Disney movie, trying to find my soul again. Cause this one belonged to the devil. All them days that I spent in the dark, I came from the mud like a shovel, the Wizard of Oz couldn't find me a heart. I kept it real from the start. They played me and I just been playing it smart. Got bit by my dog and he can't even bark. Cause they friend or they foe, I can't tell them apart. They only call you when they need you. Don't let them fool you or mislead you. That ain't your dog, them ain't your people. Don't think it's love, that's just deceitful. They only call you when they need you. Don't let them fool you or mislead you. That ain't your dog, them ain't your people. Don't think it's love, that's just deceitful, yeah.
They only call you when you're up, gang. Knock won't stop ringing when your luck change. Just want the money from this fuck fame. Can't tell apart what's real from what's fake. Yeah, how would you act when the police arrive? Fall like 100 with blows inside. Sink the whole ship like a hole in the side. Ask for your lawyer and go to the mod. Should be so hard to predict. Tucked in the car for the stick, yeah. Get out and run up they blurs. 2 of them hardly gon' fit, yeah. Risk it all repeatedly to keep my family fed. One day at a time, try your best to plan ahead. Ain't no guarantees in life, but one day you'll be dead. Don't answer them calls, and when they text, I leave them shits on red.
They only call you when they need you. Don't let them fool you or mislead you. That ain't your dog, them ain't your people. Don't think it's love, that's just deceitful. They only call you when they need you. Don't let them fool you or mislead you. That ain't your dog, them ain't your people. Don't think it's love, that's just deceitful, yeah.
Deceit is a spirit. There are people in this room and people online and people in your life and people you're in a relationship with. You can't put your finger on it. Let me help you identify it. It's a deceitful spirit. It's the kind of spirit that comes smiling, but it actually has a knife in his hand. It's the kind of the spirit that comes and tells you, I got your back, but when you look back, they'll be way back. It's the kind of spirit that tells you that they'll be praying for you, but they'll really be praying on you. How many of you know you can't put your finger on it, but you feel something uneasy? There's some deceitful spirits around. You got to be careful who you call your friend. You got to be careful who you tell your business to. You got to be careful who you're vulnerable with. You got to be careful who you share your secrets with, because you could be in the presence of a deceitful spirit. Do me a favor and just ask your neighbor to your left and your right and say, what kind of spirit do you have? What kind of spirit do you have? If you got a greedy spirit, I got that too, because I like to eat. If you got a skeptical spirit, I got that one too, because I don't. But I can't sit next to nobody who got a deceitful spirit. Ask them, what kind of spirit do you have? Deceit is a
Grand day, everybody. Happy Tuesday. I hope everyone had a great Monday, and I hope you had some a motivational Monday, okay? I hope y'all had a motivational Monday. Today is Tuesday, and you know what we're going to call today? Today we going to call it Tired of It Tuesday, because I'm tired of what we about to talk about today. So today, on this Tuesday, it is Tired of It Tuesday. And the word of the day on Tired of It Tuesday is deception, the act of causing someone to accept as true or valid what is false or invalid, with the word deceive, fail to admit to oneself that something is true. Yes. Let's go ahead and go into the quote of the day. Okay. The quote of the day on Tired of It Tuesday is deception can cause many emotions, especially when it's done by someone you trust. And that is by the one and only Goddessy of Love. Yes. So let's go ahead and get into this today, because I ain't going to hold you, because I got things to do. And you know, tonight we got the shits on the Love Palace here, okay? So I'm going to be with you later on this evening. So let's go ahead and get in tune with this right now, okay? So let me go ahead and our title for today, they don't want me to be great. Here we go, y'all. The many faces of deception, ethical, psychological, and social perspectives. All right. So once again, let's go ahead and break this definition down again. Deception is the act of causing someone to accept as true or valid what is false or invalid. And with that word deception, I came up with the word deceive. And the definition that I took from that was fail to admit to oneself that someone is true. So keep that definition in mind while we talk about the many faces of deception, okay? So deception is a multifaceted concept that has intrigued philosophers, psychologists, and sociologists for centuries. It encompasses a range of behaviors intended to mislead or trick others, whether through lies or missions or manipulation of the truth. Deception can occur in a personal relationship, professional settings, and even on a societal level, often with significant consequences. At its core, deception involves a deliberate act of causing someone to believe something that is not true. Let me go ahead and repeat that. At its core, deception involves a deliberate act of causing someone to believe something that is not true. This can be driven by various motives, including self preservation, personal gain, or the desire to protect others from harm. For instance, A person might lie about their qualifications on a job interview to secure a position. A parent might withhold distressing information from a child to shield them from worry. So we went in this. I love this, guys. So the word deception, as it said, has intrigued many different people, from philosophers, psychologists, like sociologists. A wide range of people have always been like curious and like intrigued about deception, right? Because, as it said, that this deception can occur on all levels of life, your personal relationships, your job, professional, and even dealing on society with society, right? And remember that deception, the deep core of deception is you deliberately lie or causing someone to believe something that is not true. Okay. So I do like this point because it does say that deception can be a form of self preservation. So um, I can see, like, you don't want to, as I gave the example of the job, you don't want to overqualify. I've done that on applications, but gave too much information. So I deliberately would not give all the information because I didn't want to make it seem like I was overqualified for a job that I wanted. Okay. So there is a deception that is used for self preservation in a good way, to, like I use that example, like to secure a job, right? So let's go on into the ethics, okay? The ethics of deception. The ethics of deception are complex and context dependent. In some cases, deception might be considered morally justifiable or even necessary. For example, in the context of war, deception can be a strategy tool, used to mislead the enemy to protect their own forces. Similarly, in medical settings, a doctor might withhold certain information from a patient to prevent undue stress or encourage a positive outcome. I don't like that example, but okay. However, deception often leads to negative consequences, particularly when trust is breached, okay? In personal relationships, discovering that one has been deceived can result in feelings of betrayal, hurt, and breakdown of trust. In a professional setting, deceptions can lead to legal ramifications, loss of credibility, and damage of one's reputation. So, the ethics of deception. So, like I said, deceptions are complex and context dependent. Excuse me. I like the example that it used as with war. I can relate to this. Like, if you have war with me and mine, you know what I'm saying. I'm gonna use some deceptive tactics. I can dig that. Okay, because I want to lead them to protect my own, to protect, especially when it comes to like war. Right? You want to protect your family. You want to protect those that you love. So definitely, I can see how you would use deception. I don't necessarily agree with the one about the medical conditions, but I can see where they're coming from. If it is going to cause more stress to the person, you might not divulge everything. I'm not saying that that's a right way, but I can see that. So where deception um, starts taking a negative form is when you start lying. You're deceiving someone to believe something that is not true, right? We see this on social media. Y'all feel me? We see where there is a negative lie or deception to lead others to believe something that's not true, that is not, okay? So this can affect in personal relationships, and the how it is the deception is going to cause you to feel hurt, betrayal, and the breakdown of trust. It is also bad in the workplace, in professional settings. So you when you use deception, like I said, it can lead to legal action. You're gonna lose credibility. I know when I'm trying to be an entrepreneur and things, and if I feel you're being deceptive in a business matter, you lost credibility with me. Like I don't even want to work with you because you're being deceptive. The same with even in personal relationships. If I'm close to you and you're trying to be deceptive, the trust and betrayal is gonna be like, because I put my full trust in you and you try to deceive me. You try to make me think something that is true that was not true. Okay. So let's go on to our next point. Deception. Hold on, y'all. At a societal level. Okay. Moreover, deception can have far reaching implications on a societal level. Misinformation and propaganda, for instance, can influence public opinion through democratic process and incite social unrest. The rise of digital media and social networks has amplified the potential for deception, making it easier for false information to spread widely and quickly. Understanding the psychology mechanisms behind deception is crucial for mitigating its impact. Recognizing the signs of deception can also be instrumental in avoiding its negative consequences. Deception on a society level. So I already went ahead of the game here. So this, like we said, you see it in uh, misinformation and propaganda when it comes to influencing people. Like 2024 was the election year, right? Now you know they had lies on each other and gave deception to persuade people's votes and say, "Hey, this person did this." They made some. They may have made it allegedly appear that something that was not true is true. I love how it talks about. I went into the detail of this digital and social media networks. This has amplified deception. It makes it so easy for people to deceive people and talk bad and negatively on social media. Because you know what? Some people don't even think this is real. This isn't real life. This doesn't affect my life. So you can deceive and have deception on here because it's not real to them. So they make it makes social media makes it easy for them because we're behind this app, right? We're behind this digital world, and it makes it easy to people to spread misinformation. And you know how fast the information spreads, y'all. Y'all already know, especially on this red app. You gonna hear one story 50,000 times. Uh, you know what I'm saying? Because the next person is going to talk about that and they're going to do a review about that and keep going and going. You're going to hear it and it's going to keep going and going when it comes to deception. So let me go on. Like I said, I'm not going to hold y'all long. But I do want to talk about, because that's how we do at the Love Challenge, some indicators of deception, how you can recognize things that you can look for when it comes to deception. Okay. So, indicators of deception. Hold on, y'all. Inconsistent stories, not the same throughout. So, when somebody's telling you a story and you're like, okay, you're listening to the story and then you start questioning things, and then the story that they had told you previous is not the same that they told you then, that is an indicator of deception. Okay. It's not So let's make this clear. There's a difference between forgetting things, or I forgot to say this, than having a total different story than what you said before. So let's be clear, there is a difference. There is adhesive answers. So what this means, adhesive means avoid commitment of self revelation, especially by responding only indirectly. So you're going to answer the questions, not how it's affecting you, right? You avoid commitment when it comes to yourself. Well, this person did that and they did this. And or when you're talking to somebody and they're speaking of you, they say, and you did this, and you. That's an indicator. It can be an indicator of deception, especially like it says when you respond indirectly. Okay. Next one, excessive justification and acceptance reasoning for doing something. Well, the reason why I did this was because this. Well, let me tell you why I did this because of this and that. Well, that can be an indicator of deception. Excessive justification. Once again, it's not saying that justification is wrong if you're trying to prove your point to someone. But if you're excessively, and that one irritates me. You feel me? Because it'd be like, um, let me explain. Okay, let me explain. I'd be like, you know what? If you're doing a little too much, calm down. All right. So I can relate to that one. That one sort of when you try to explain something so much, whew, that works my little nerve there. So now we're gonna talk about non-verbal cues. Okay, before we wrap it up, we're going to talk about nonverbal cues. So some of the nonverbal, so that means some of their actions. So the first one, if you are in contact face to face with the person, they avoid eye contact. Man, because when I like to talk to people, and only reason why I don't be having eye contact all the time, y'all, is because I be reading and I gotta look down. But even in person, eye contact means so much to me. But when someone's being deceptive, do they look you in the eye? Well, you know what? The smart ones might. But when they're like, yeah, man, so I'm trying to tell you what they said. This what they did, man, and they looking over here. That's a nonverbal cue for deception. If you're really fidgety, right? You just start not talking if you have a nervous problem, people. I'm talking about when people be fidgeting. So what I noticed, let me give the example. Children, right? Children, when you're asking them something and they know they might be in trouble, they get fidgety, start messing with their hands and doing, things like that, or like start twirling their hair, or like and things like that. Okay, I'm looking at my little cousin while I'm saying this. So that's a way of, oh, you're not about to tell the truth. I feel you're being deceptive. People do those types of things. Or a changes in their voice, in their tone. So I guess, let me see, deceptive. Hey, I don't know, because tone can change. It can be high pitch, low pitch. But I guess if you're excited and trying to really tell a story with all these other things and your voice changes, that could be a cue. So those are some things that recognizing the signs of deception can also be instrumental in avoiding negative consequences. These signs include verbal and non-verbal cues. Verbal signs may involve inconsistency in a personal story, as I just mentioned, vague or evasive responses, excessive justifications that seem unnecessary. Nonverbal, as we said, eye contact, fidgeting, changing in voice, and nervous gestures. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Wait. Nervous gestures, by the way, too. That was another one. So by staying attentive to these indicators, individuals can be better I just seen the word and I'm like, am I supposed to say that? Can be better. Where am I at? Access that truthfulness of the information they receive by staying attentive to those indicators, right? Individuals can better access the truthfulness of the information they receive. I ain't got my common indicators of deception include inconsistent stories. We already discussed this: evasive answers, excessive justification, and being fidgety in the tone of their voice. So we need to be aware of these signs, and this can help individuals identify, as well as myself, potential deceit and respond appropriately. So, through research, it suggests that cognitive biases, such as the tendency to believe information that comes from one's pre existing beliefs, can make individuals more susceptible to deception. Additionally, the social environment context can play a significant role in determining whether deception is likely to occur and be successful. So- Social and environmental context. I'm really stressing this because 2025 at the Love Palace, I'm just saying some things people might not want to say. I'm not going to be rude, but this is a conversation that needs to be had because people be on social media being deceptive, telling lies, getting the crowd together. Okay. Once they have that environment and the people there, oh, I got this crowd, I could be deceptive. It's most likely to be successful because there's some people on there that's going to believe that is true. But be aware of the deception on social media and in your life. Okay? So, in conclusion, deception is a persuasive and complex phenomenon with significant ethical, psychological, and social dimensions. While it sometimes is justified or necessary, the potential for harm often outweighs the benefit. When sometimes it is justified and necessary, as the examples I gave above, to be have some deception. The potential for harm, it outweighs the benefit. So promoting transparency, fostering critical thinking, and enhancing media literacy are essential strategies for reducing the prevalence and impact of deception in society. These strategies can be particularly implemented through various means. When you're being transparent, transparency can be encouraged by establishing clear communication channels, accountability measures in organizations and government. Critical thinking can be fostered through educational programs that teach analytical skills and encourage questions of information sources. Enhancing your media literacy can involve actually doing workshops and resources that help individuals discern credible information from false information, particularly in digital space. So yes, there are tools and things that you can look for. I gave you a couple of things that I offered verbally, non-verbally, but we when we're promoting not to be deceptive, and don't get it twisted, and when it's necessary. Like I said, in the case of war, okay? Just go around being deceptive and telling lies on people. Man, y'all, what's really going on? I'm just saying. So remember that if you're not being deceptive, you're gonna have very, very clear communication, right, with the person, and you're gonna take accountability as well. That's one way you could tell if someone's being deceptive. Because if they're not gonna take accountability for the part of what they did, then you just only saying it's me, instead of pointing to you, right? Or I'm saying you, And I should be saying me. See, that could go either way. But yes, everybody, that is my word of the day at Daily Dose of D. Let me go ahead and pull that up for y'all one more time. The word of D Day. Because you know what? We tired of it on Tuesday, okay? We tired of deception. Let me move this up for y'all. We tired of deception, the act of causing someone to accept as true or without valid what is false or invalid. Deceive as well, right? Deceive. Fail to admit to oneself that something is true. Come on. We tired of it on this Tuesday. And the wonderful quote of D Day, deception can cause ease. Sorry. Deception can cause many, I was looking at something else. Deception can cause many emotions, especially when it's done by someone you trust. And that is by the one and only Goddessy of Love, y'all. As always, my show is sponsored by the network. It's for the media. We got some things coming up next month, y'all. Hey. Some interviews, a new little segment coming out. So y'all make sure y'all like, share, and subscribe. Hit that notification button when you're over there so you don't miss anything that's going down out the network because we are real. We are not invisible. Ah, okay, so y'all know I'm going to end y'all with a little bit of something. So let me get y'all set up with some last words, okay? Real quick. And here we go.
Don't hug me and tell me you love me if you don't love me. Don't kiss me on my forehead and tell me you love me. Don't tell me you got my back and then I look back and you're not there. Shut your mouth, go your way, I'll go mine. I can't stand deception. And you know what the hardest part about deception is when it comes from people you did not expect it to come from. You should be able to trust people you're in a relationship with. Deception is all around us. You can't avoid it.
I heard it. Deception is all around us. We cannot avoid it. But we do, we can be aware of it, right? We can be aware of what deception is. We can see the signs and the clues. Okay. And don't forget, like I always say, there's duality in everything, right? So the example of war and being deceptive, or the example of not giving information because you're trying to get a job and you don't want to seem overqualified, putting certain qualifications down. I'm just saying, use deception at your discretion, but it should not be to harm, and you should take accountability, and it shouldn't always be about the other person. It should be about what you're doing. Okay. So you know what I want y'all to do? I want y'all to like, share, and subscribe to YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok for me. Make sure I'm still, look, I'm 30 away from 500. It's creeping, it's creeping. It's okay, because I know when the divine and it happens, it's going to happen. So, but if you do, please subscribe and share this out. I'll be thinking I have pretty good information. Make sure you follow me at TikTok. To have some things going over there like real soon, like probably like this week. I'm gonna be doing with my little niece, my niece, my own. So, you know, all this right here that you see on the street is free 99. It don't cost a thing. So look at the stuff. You feel me? Anyway, how I'm gonna end this today. Don't forget, we are tired of it on this Tuesday. We are tired of the deception that causes harm. Okay? So to those that are not being deceptive, and me and my non-deceptive voice and self, know that Goddess of D loves you. You feel me? And those that are being deceptive, okay, I hope you find these words helpful for you. And I hope you look at your social media and in your life and try not to be deceptive anymore. You feel me? But guess what? I'm going to give you some extra love. You feel me? Anyway, this is Tired of It Tuesday on Daily Dose of D, aka Goddessy of Love at the Love Palace. Y'all feel me? The Love Palace. Peace and love to you all. Make sure you come back here tonight, 7 o'clock. Episode of Ships, episode 21, the first one of 2025. We got a good topic that we're going to talk to. So make sure you come check me back out, okay? I will talk to you and see you real soon, like in about 3 or 4 or 5 hours, right? Okay? Peace and love. Have a good day.